Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making a video on anger management. And if you know anything about me, or if you are a person from my past, you'll look at it and you'll be like, Asmita is making a video on anger management? Ha 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 ha, joke of the day. But it's not. It's not. And I was one of those people who never thought I could get past my anger. This is not to say that I'm never angry. I'd be lying if I said that. There are days when I'm very angry, very mad, very upset. Sorry, there was a disturbance. There was this bike. So, what was I saying? There are days when I'm very mad, very angry, but those days are far and few. And I want to talk about how the transition really happened. I grew up. I did. I'm not saying that people who don't grow up are the only ones who are angry, or it takes a mature person to be self contained, because there are many people who are much, much older to all of us and they're still mad. I'm not saying that there's a connection, but I am saying that there's a connection between being short tempered and having emotional maturity. So the more emotionally mature you are, the less short-tempered you're going to be, is something that I've now, come to understand. Um, I struggled with anger issues for more than a decade. For those of you who don't know, or for those of you who don't know me too well, and they're like, oh, Asmita is a very sweet, sensitive girl, and she was always good to us, and now we have subscribed to her channel. Maybe this is news to you, but those who are close to me and family, they do know that I struggled with anger issues for more than a decade. And I was not born with anger. When I was a kid, I was never angry. But I do know that after my grandmother expired, I started having very severe episodes of anger. I was never angry when my grandmother was with me. And the reason I'm saying all that is not because this is my story. I'm saying all that because if a mad person like me can get past her anger, then anybody else can. And the way I did it was not medication, not therapy, and definitely not counting backward from 10 to 1 or 100 to 1. Definitely not that, because it never made logical sense to me. I am hurt, I am in pain, and someone says count from 10 to 1. Really? That never helped me. That's not something yeah, because when I'm mad, I'm not even in the mind frame to remember there's a thing called 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, honestly. And I do believe that a lot of people who genuinely get angry, meaning when they lose control on themselves, they really are not in that headspace to count backward from 100 to 1, or drink a glass of water, or and sometimes not even in a situation to get up from the room and go elsewhere. They're not. And so hurtful words will follow. And in cases like me, like such as the past me, of course, physical violence, throwing things, like I wouldn't say that I was physically violent enough to hurt somebody else, but I did hurt myself and I did hurt my surroundings. So yeah, but no more. And the reason I could change was not, well, of course it is because of emotional maturity, but the emotional maturity came to me by not doing 100, 99, 98. It came to me when I understood people. Understanding really leads to acceptance. It really does. Really. If I understand you, I'll accept you. If I don't understand you, I will never accept you. And if I can't accept something, I'll be mad if it's happening. I'll be angry. I'll be in rage if it's happening. But if I can understand that, even if I don't accept it, but if I can understand where someone's coming from, I won't be mad because I'll understand. And so I started telling myself, okay, maybe the next time I'm angry, I'll try to understand the other person. You know what? People may be arrogant or bitchy and a lot of things that they shouldn't be, but whoever they are today and whatever they are is because of their circumstances. And when they react to you in a certain way, or they tell you things which you feel are not fair, Instead of meeting them with rage, you can meet them with their level of understanding. And I always noted that when I understood something, my judgment was gone, and I never felt the need to be angry, honestly. So, anger, for me, if someone asks me to define anger, a very simple and basic definition of anger for me would be lack of knowledge. That's it. For me, that is anger. Because when I have no knowledge of something, when I don't understand something, I'll be mad. But if I understand something, I will not be mad. So I started getting a full understanding. Okay, she gossiped about me. She was gossiping. I hear from 5 people that this girl was gossiping about me. Instead of being, hey, you think you'll gossip about me and I'm not gonna find out? You're not my friend anymore. I'll be more of, okay, okay, she gossiped. Who gossips? In general, what kind of a person goes to the other person and says, you know what she did that day? She did this. She did that. And, oh my God. You know, who does that? An insecure person. You know what a confident, loyal, and brave person does? He appreciates people, or she appreciates people, and goes to other people and says, you know, I needed help, and this girl was so amazing. She helped me. Or my mentor is just so amazing, so great that they praise people all the time in front of other people, even to themselves when they're having a heart, when they're having a mental dialogue with themselves. They praise people everywhere. But the ones who don't praise, unless they have a legitimate reason for being upset with somebody, if they are one of those gossip mongers, they are gossip mongers because they are insecure. A fully confident, happy person will never go around telling other people what somebody else lacks or did wrong. That means they are insecure. That means something about me made them insecure. Maybe my own sense of security, confidence, acceptance made me insecure. So, for example, I'm the kind of person who might say a lot of bad things to you on your face. You know, I'm that person who might get mad at you, say things that I shouldn't say, and all of that. But inside my heart, I hold no grudges. It's all out, and whatever it is, it's in front of you. So, I'm that person. But people are like, they'd rather keep it to themselves, and on the outside they would be calm and composed. But now I'm calm and composed on the outside too, but I am glad that at the same time I'm not burning from the inside. So what's on the inside is still on the outside for me. I'm still as transparent as I am, but with understanding. So definitely, you tell me, if a person is very strong, very brave, very confident, very loyal, optimistic, and she has always felt loved by many different people, at different phases of her life, will that person gossip? No. She either feels a lack of love and she feels the need to fix things so that people can love her, or she feels insecure, or there's just something wrong in her confidence levels. Even if she appears confident, sorry, she's not that confident in her heart, maybe, you know. So there's definitely something about her that she feels is inadequate, and that's why she gossips, right? A confident and adequate person who feels adequate all the time will not gossip, and at least will not be a gossip monger. Even if they do gossip a couple times, here and there, they would not be a gossip monger. So someone who is a gossip monger is deeply, deeply insecure. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. I would appreciate it. But they are insecure, basically. And so what do I do to an insecure person? Make them even more insecure by being mad at them, or giving them more food for gossiping? Asmita, oh my God, I said this one thing and she started yelling at me. Give them more food? Or no, nothing. Don't react. Because there's no point. Right? And no point, not because, okay, she is bad and she will be that way. I'd rather not react. No, not react, because my reaction will not help her feel secure or adequate. But if I can react positively, eventually she will get to a place where she feels adequate, strong, confident, loved. And then the quality of gossip will leave her. So if I can contribute, I should contribute in a positive way or not contribute at all. But there's definitely no reason to be mad. So this was just one example. Pretty much the same way I started, so like in workplace situations where, managers, they come yelling and they go, hey, this is not happening. I used to be like, okay, I am working day and night, and I used to be equally mad. And what? Chaos? That guy is shouting, I am shouting. But now I started understanding. Okay, he's angry. I have 5 things to lose. That man, if things don't go right, he has like 30 things to lose. It's definitely not personal. He is yelling just because he doesn't think he would be able to do this audit well, or he doesn't think that he would be able to complete the project. And that fear is making him yell so badly and disrespect everybody around him. So what do? Not yell back. Give him the confidence that the project will be done. So I started, when that understanding hit me, I started saying, I understand that you are angry, but I assure you, I give you my word, this will be done and the deadlines will be met. And if not, I'm ready to sit right here in front of you on that chair and not move for longer than 24 hours if that's the dedication you need from me. But I'm telling you, this will be done and you have no reason to be worried or scared. And when I said that, the other person's anger evaporated because I met them with understanding. Every time someone's mad at you, you meet them with understanding. Every time someone's unfair with you, you meet them with understanding. Every time someone does something wrong to you, you meet them with understanding. The more you understand them, the more knowledge you have of their situations, the less likely you are to be angry at them. Don't count 100, 99, 98, 97. That's bad. That doesn't make logical sense to me. Distracting yourself, for me, is like cheating yourself. It's good to prevent a disaster from happening, if you can. But if you have that level of self-control, you're raging and you could count 100, 99, 98, then probably you also have the self-control to not be mad at all, not be short-tempered at all. But it looks like you don't have one. And so if you don't have that self-control, then you can't be expected to have a self-control of counting backwards when you're in the midst of an angry situation. So I suggest try increasing your knowledge, enhancing your knowledge, understanding different people, understanding where they come from, their life situations, why they are reacting in some way. Usually when people are unfair with you, like they're supposed to treat you with love and they're not treating you with love, right? This is one example of being unfair. Or they're supposed to pay you more but they're paying you less, or whatever. When they're doing that, internally they are in a conflict. That's when someone will be unfair to you. Otherwise they won't be. So just try to understand that a sorted mind and a happy mind will not be in conflict and will not give conflicts to you. If they're doing that, they are conflicted within themselves. So every time, just try to understand why someone is doing something. And the more you understand, the more knowledge you have, the less you're going to be angry. And that's my tip. And that's how I transitioned from a very short-tempered person to a relatively calm person. I'm being honest. I'm not extremely calm, never getting angry, but I'm relatively calm now. And I'm working my way upwards. If I have better tips, I'll let you know. If you have more tips, please leave it down in the comments section. And as always, lots of love. Have a great weekend. And let's just spread more and more love and light. Ciao.